Greetings. One of the cruelest tyrants in the ancient world was Dionysius the Elder in the Sicilian city of Syracuse. He was an amateur poet, and the fame of a poet meant more to him than that of a military leader. His advisor was the poet Philoxenus, cheerful and talented. Dionysius read his poems to him, and Philoxenus said, "It's bad." Dionysius ordered him to be chained and thrown into the quarry. A week later, his friends freed him. Dionysius summoned him and read him new poems. Philoxenus sighed, turned to the chief guard, and said, "Take me back to the quarry." Dionysius laughed and forgave him. One of the pits in the Syracuse quarries was even named after Philoxenus. However, Philoxenus's adventures didn't end there, as Dionysius really wanted to hear a favorable review of his work from the talented poet. After some time, the tyrant summoned Philoxenus again to read an excerpt from a new tragedy. Naturally, the tragedy depicted quite sorrowful events. He recited the excerpt and asked for his impression of these verses. Philoxenus called them pitiable, and his response left Dionysius with the impression that the poet had perceived his verses as touching and worthy of praise. In this clever way, Philoxenus managed to tell the tyrant the truth while saving his own life. However, Dionysius eventually managed to gain recognition for his poetic talent. In 367 BCE, at the Winter Games in Athens, his tragedy, The Ransom of Hector, won the competition among tragic poets. I believe that the decisive influence on the judge's decision was Dionysius's money, as he was unlikely to spare it for the sake of playwright fame. Overjoyed, he made offerings to the gods for the good news and threw a lavish celebration with abundant libations. Dionysius generously treated his friends, not forgetting himself, and as a result, he fell seriously ill. The tyrant never recovered from his illness and soon passed away. Goodbye. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.